Here's another video on Photoshop image preparation for the web. I'm going to be talking about coloring today, applying effects, adjustments, and all those. We have this image here. I'm going to go ahead and import it. Alright, so I'm going to press Control 0 or Command 0 to kind of fit this image to my workspace. And then from there I can zoom in and zoom out if I wanted to. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and select these individual flowers and I want to change the color of them. Okay, so let's start with this white flowers right here. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead. I have my selection tool, quick selection tool selected, so and then I'm gonna start selecting it. Okay, the best way to do this is to create a new layer. Never do your coloring or any kind of editing on the original piece, on the original layer. Okay, so our best shot is to create a new layer of this flower, and then if I press right now Control J, so there is a new layer right here. Okay, and this new layer is exactly on top of this layer, so you can tell if I do this, you can see that it's right on top of it. Okay, I can even get rid of the background and you will see there's nothing behind, but right now there is something. Okay, so I'm gonna press Ctrl Z to place it right back on top of it. So right now I have this layer selected and I want to change the color of it. Okay, so I'm just gonna go to brightness and add some brightness to it. You would notice that it applies the brightness to the whole thing. It's because you don't have this this is on click, so you have to click on it, so it only affects the layer below it. Okay, so I'm just going to click on this one, and right now it's only affecting the layer below it, not the main layer. Okay, so if I go back to this, actually I have to click here on this little sun so I can go back to that adjustment. No, I can't. You see, I can affect only that layer. Okay, so I'm just gonna play with the adjustment a little bit and then let it go. So now I'm gonna add another one. The one that I want to talk about today is hue and saturation. Okay, so I'm gonna click this one and I'm gonna make sure it's only affecting this layer, and now I am going to change the color. Let's see. You see, it's becoming red a little bit. Can black and white. Okay, all kind of colors you have. Because there are gradients of colors on this photo, it doesn't affect everywhere very well. But if it's a universal color and the color is almost the same, like the density color, like from this red flower we should get some good effects, or like from this one we should get very good effects. But here we have some. Okay, let's go. Okay, alright, so let's say we change the color on this one a little bit, and you have some presets here, so old style, and then increase saturation more, red boost, yellow boost, kind of plays with the colors here. Okay, and then colorize, it changes the color for you. Okay, then you can adjust the brightness, give it more red. So to colorize will do a lot of works automatically for you, so you don't have to do adjustments here. It kind of changes it for you. Okay, now you can change to different colors, blue, purple. See, this purple kind of looks like this purple right here, so it's a very good option right here. Colorize, it's a very good guy. Okay, so we're done with this one. Let's move on to the next flower. So make sure, you don't really have to care, but always make sure which layer is selected. Okay, right now nothing is selected. We're gonna go ahead and select this red flower. So I'm just gonna zoom in a little bit more. Okay, and I'm gonna click on selection tools, or you can press W. Okay, right now you see it's giving me the little tilt to the stop sign, I would say, because there is no layer selected. So if I click here, it will says could not use the quick selection tool because no layers are selected. So I'm just gonna select the background layer. That's what we're working on, right? That's where this flower is on. So I'm just gonna start selecting it right now. And you're more than welcome to scroll and zoom in to select all of these very carefully. You can decrease your brush size by pressing the brackets, if you remember. Okay, so I'm just gonna, you can like scroll, zoom in, and then like select this all carefully so that there's nothing left. And if you hold down Alt, it will give you the minus sign, so you can kind of deselect and you let it go, and it becomes a plus sign again. So hold down Alt will do the opposite. Okay, you can also select it from here too, but I found that the shortcut key is easier because you don't have to click it again. Okay, so you kind of, whenever you're holding it, it's the minus one. Okay, and right now I have selected fairly good. There are a few stuff here that needs to be selected as well, but we really don't care. But selection is very important. Okay, you have to have good selection in order to have good quality of images. Okay, and then I have this selected, so I'm gonna press Control J on Windows or Command J on Mac. Make a new layer of it. I have this layer selected here. Once more, I have a new flower here. Okay, I'm just gonna put it on top of each other, and then, oh, by the way, Control Z is undo and redo. So if you press Control Z, it undo, and if you press Control Z again, it redo. Okay, if you want to do undo few steps back, you have to hold down Option in Mac or Alt in Windows, Alt Command Z, and press Z a few times, and until you go back to that level that you want it to be. Okay, so if right now if I want to go back a few layers back and undo whatever I've done here, I'll be pressing Alt or Option, Control, Command, Z. So I'm gonna rephrase that. For Mac is gonna be Option Command Z, and for Windows gonna be Alt Control Z. Okay, so I'm gonna press Alt Control Z, and to exit the selection, you're gonna be pressing Control D, so it unselects. Okay, and then